Hello, my name is Derek Johnson with Tatango.com. Today I'm going to be walking you through an RCS business messaging demo. This is from a brand called Ocado, and it's actually done by our good friend David at Esendex. This was shot at Mobile World Congress 2018 by the GSMA. If you want to watch the original video, you can click on the link in the description below. So let's let David kick it off.
Hi, I'm David Attenborough. I'm the head of product for Esendex, and today I have the pleasure of sharing with you a demo from Ocado, one of the leading online grocers in the UK. So I'll go ahead and launch the demo, and what you'll see there is the message is just dropped in straight into their Android Messenger client.
Okay, and he kind of went quickly through this, but so this message is being triggered. It's a confirmation message, delivery confirmation message, and it's being sent to the Android messaging client. So what this means in kind of plain speak is essentially they're getting that message in the same place that they get the messages from their friends or their family. They don't need to download a new app. They don't need to download this brand's app or a new messaging app. It's all happening within the existing messaging channel that they're already used to.
Now, one of the things that we found brands really like about RCS is the fact that they're verified, and so that increases the consumer confidence, makes it more likely that they're going to be.
Okay, he's talking about verified sending right now, which is because it's on Android, it is verified by Google. Now, just to kind of step back a little bit, iOS, Apple iPhones, they currently don't support RCS messaging. So as you're seeing with this demo, as you've seen with all of the demos for RCS business messaging, they're all done on Android devices. So what he's talking about here is a verified sender. What happens, I think, a lot of times in SMS or even other channels like email is it's not really verified, where so somebody's not doing like a third-party check to make sure that if you are talking to Bank of America, you're actually talking to Bank of America. You're not talking to somebody pretending to be Bank of America. And that's where things like phishing scams come in. So what RCS business messaging allows is for a brand to be verified, kind of like a Twitter verification or Facebook verification. It essentially is some third party that is saying this is who they say they are, which is really great, especially when you start entering payments into the phone or submitting personal information. All of those instances, verified is a huge selling point for RCS business messaging.
Engage with the brand. There's also info and options screens which are useful for customers, and brands love the fact that we're putting the customer in control of privacy. So if we go back to the demo, this is an evolution.
Okay, what he's looking at right now is an RCS rich card. It's essentially a bunch of information, text, links, and images, videos, all kind of combined into one kind of packet. These below, the add to calendar, change order, and call us, are what everybody's calling right now suggested actions. And essentially they're links that trigger most of the time some other app opening up on the phone. Now that can be a default app, that can be a calendar, that can be a phone app. It could be maybe even the app for this specific brand. But if they have a little icon by the link, by the words there, so like change order has that little world icon, this means it's a suggested action. There's another one out there which is called a quick reply, and I'll go through that in a little bit.
Solution of one of the SMS use cases that we deliver for Ocado currently, and it's a delivery confirmation. And here we've enhanced.
Really cool, sorry David to keep interrupting you, but really cool thing that they've done here is instead of just including photography or an image or a video up at the top, they've used an image, but they put text in that image. So it's very obvious that on the 3rd of March at 6:30 a.m., you're getting your delivery. That's a really cool, unique experience that I don't think I've ever seen before somebody do through RCS business messaging. It's essentially they've created an image out of text, but it makes it really pop. I don't think I'll forget March 3rd for a while now.
Enhance this using some of the new capabilities of RCS. So I can go ahead and add this to my calendar, really convenient for the end user.
So he just selected that suggested action, which opened up that calendar.
Initiate a phone call, which is nice and simple.
Another suggested action there.
Services. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll just go forward in time here to the delivery reminder. And so this would come out 24.
Okay, again, another RCS rich card here. It has an image, it has some text. There's no links in this rich card. But then as you see at the very, very bottom, and I don't think he touches on this, or he does, maybe it gets skipped through in the video. This down here is actually not a suggested action. A suggested action has one of those little icons by it. This is a quick reply. And what a quick reply is essentially when somebody clicks on that button, it actually creates a brand new message in the messaging app, in the message stream, and it creates a new message and then automatically sends it off for you. So then this brand can then digest that message and respond based on even what button they clicked, because right now it says continue. There could be 3 different buttons down there: continue, back, and stop. And essentially when they click on that button, it would then translate that click and put it into a message and then automatically send it for you. You don't have to click send, and then they would be able to digest that information and respond back.
4 hours before the delivery is due to arrive. And here we've just enhanced this graphically, but again, it's more engaging for the end user.
You can see up at actually the top, it looks like he might have clicked on this before and the video didn't catch it, but see how it says continue? That most likely was a quick reply where he actually clicked continue, it looked like a button, and then it created the message that sent off, which was continue.
We're saying who the driver is, we're saying the registration of the van that's coming, we're showing a picture of the van, and again that just puts the customer in a place where they feel a bit more confident, they know exactly what's going to happen. But then after delivery, when Ocado came to bill their customer, there was a problem with the payment.
And another rich card here.
Time to time. And now Ocado hold card details.
And as you can see here, rich card, they're actually using that little symbol at the top there. That's actually an image, so it's a full image, but they're using kind of the white space, which is great. I think they're doing a really good job with images here. Then they have the text, the payment issue, and then as you can see there, they have one which is try again, which is the quick reply. So if he clicks on that, it's going to send a message to Ocado with the message being try again, and then they'll try again. Now the other 3 are suggested actions because they have that little icon near. Those are going to do other actions, which are like open up a website or process a payment. So we'll see if he clicks on which one.
Details on file for the customer. So in some cases the customer might just want to try again because they know there are funds in the account at a later time. But we've also done an integration with Google Pay to allow the customer to use an alternative method of payment. So here we've populated the basket with the details of the delivery.
One really cool thing that I think I skipped over is with RCS business messaging, as you can see in the very, very top left-hand corner, it actually says the name of the brand, not the phone number, not the short code. This is something that is new for RCS business messaging that isn't able to do on SMS or MMS. So it's going to say the brand. It's also going to be verified as well. And then also you can see it's green up there. And you can see during the message it was green as well. This is by design. The brand gets to select the color scheme of the messaging experience using RCS business messaging. So another cool kind of feature that is available. And you can see even the word cart up in the left-hand corner, that's kind of the same green as well. So they're using kind of a default color that is applied to certain things within the messaging.
We can add further line items in here as required. And as soon as I press checkout, that's going to launch Google Pay. Now Google Pay is a secure app, so it doesn't mirror on the big screen. But here I have my credit card details saved already, and I'm good to go. I just simply continue, and that takes me back to the messaging app, and it's just a swipe to pay, instant feedback, payment successful, and then I'm
back to those colors. As you can see on the left-hand side there, you have the plus little symbol, that's the Ocado green. You have all the links and the icons, those are the green as well. Also look at his phone in his hand, it's green. It's a great branding opportunity for brands, especially if the brand is known for a certain color or the color is very vibrant. This is going to make it very obvious that you're dealing with this brand and build a little more trust and build a little more affinity to the brand.
Back into the flow with a receipt here confirming my payment. So Ocado are really excited about this. We're waiting for rich business messaging to come to the UK, and we're looking forward to delivering this enhanced user experience to customers as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thanks, David. That was a great RCS business messaging demo. As you can see, the brand was Ocado. They're using it to make sure that people are aware when the delivery is coming, also to resolve issues, so you don't need to call a customer support line, you don't need to email somebody. You can handle whatever kind of thing is thrown at you, like a payment issue, right within the messaging app, and do it all, resolve the issue, and then you get your groceries. So great RCS business messaging demo from my good friend David at Mobile World Congress 2018. If you're interested in watching the original video, it's a GSMA video. We'll link to it in the description below. Again, my name is Derek Johnson with Tatango.com.